Months, the Missouri Attorney General has made it clear she believes the gaming machines found in gas stations across the region are illegal. Now, John Kipper shows us how St. Louis County is cracking down on businesses that haven't removed them.
For years, these machines, which appear to be slot machines, have been a common sight across the St. Louis area. And for much of the time, it wasn't clear whether these were illegal. But that has since changed, as Attorney General Catherine Hinaway says they are illegal.
We've got the resources at the Attorney General's office to go up against these very well-funded owners of these machines, and we're going to do it.
Torch Electronics made many of these machines, and after the company lost a federal lawsuit, a federal judge wrote, Torch devices marketed and distributed by defendants are gambling devices, and therefore are illegal under Missouri law. After that, County Executive Sam Page announced they could pull liquor licenses if gas stations and other businesses don't remove the machines.
Illegal gambling and the presence of alcohol sales is not something that people in St. Louis County would want to see.
So Tuesday, I went into over a half-dozen gas stations. Over at Rocket Gas Station off Olive and Chesterfield, the district manager told us they recently removed the machines after being told in an email. While some didn't have the machines at all, others like this BP off Ladue and Lindbergh had machines from a different company. County Exec Page says he wasn't sure if non-Torch devices were illegal. Then we found Torch devices, multiple, in the On the Run in Ellisville Town Center. This comes as Page is asking the council for over $200,000 to hire inspectors to do spot checks across the county.
A relatively modest investment. We can help enforce the regulations around liquor license. I think that's important.
John Kipper reporting there, and we reached out to On the Run Corporate asking them if they plan to remove these machines, and so far we have not heard back. A spokesperson for Torch Electronics says they believe they are legal and plan to appeal the judge's ruling.